No, because I've looked at your drawings, you know, when you were coming on as a guest. I went and checked out your websites and everything. And I was like, wow, it's good, really good art. Like, and like I would assume, like, just by looking at it, that you were doing it all your life. And that's incredible to me. That always tells me, like, you know, like, it always comes back to, like, can you learn this, or do you have the talent already in you?
You can learn,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, I really, it's impressive.
I think it's just the volume of drawing.
Believed, though.
I'm sorry.
What were you saying?
Oh no, sorry. I think I have a delay here, but I think art can be learned. You know, you can learn how to do, you know, how to draw and how to do, you know. Am I here? But
yeah, we can hear you.
But you can't teach creativity. You know, it's things that come to you, like, comes from somewhere. You know, that part can't be taught, I don't think. But the how-to, if you agree with me or not.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So I actually learned storytelling before I started drawing. When I was in grade school, I was in band. I played like 7 different instruments in like 6 or 7 different school bands. And we focus largely on how you tell stories with music. And so that was actually my introduction to storytelling, was through music. I played mostly piccolo was my primary instrument, but I also played tenor sax, alto sax. I also did, if you're familiar with the kettle drums, I did tenor bass, I did bass, I did double second sometimes. And then for, but I did all kinds of bands, jazz, marching, full orchestra, pit orchestra, all kinds of stuff.
Wow, I'm impressed with, like, all your different areas that you're talented in. That's amazing.
But I think that's where I learned a lot about storytelling. And when you play music, you learn a lot about pacing and all of that stuff, which becomes important later when you throw in animation and you have to think about the pacing of the story, how fast things are actually moving, the feeling, the rhythm of the story. Because when you write when you make comics and manga, you have to get a feel for the rhythm throughout the story in order for it to feel interesting and not drag on too long. All of those things, they come together. And so I think maybe because I've had such a variety of different types of storytelling experiences, that probably leads to how I tell stories today.
Yeah, I always feel like when I look at, because both me and Johnny have made films and like videos and things and comics, I always feel like when you make a comic or a manga, that the pacing is a lot different than with a movie or video, because you can't control how quick someone reads the material, but you can kind of set it up in a way that, you know, your story, like you know, the way you transition a page, how many panels you put on it will speed up or slow down the reader and things like that. Whereas a movie, it's just like everybody's at that same speed, you know? So.
Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is the history of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and that other Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. About Kenner's superpower is the history of Toys R Us, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Tokusatsu in America, of Goosebumps, Voltron, Defender of the Universe, history of Saturday morning cartoons, G.I. Joe, a real American hero, history of Rich Pale Kids, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, history, the real Ghostbusters, history of Robotech, Part 1, Dungeons & Dragons animated series, Thundercats, of Gargoyles.